Hello everyone, welcome back to Bullet Journaling with Eve. Welcome back to the Ultimate Bullet Journaling for Beginners series. We already talked about the essentials you need for your bullet journal, like the future log, which is essential for each bullet journal. We discussed custom collections you can add to your bullet journal that, while not required, can help you track better. We have covered how to choose a theme for your bullet journal, how to set up your monthly layout, what spreads to include, and we have discussed weekly spreads and daily logs. Today, we are working on calligraphy, how you can improve your handwriting or make your bullet journal look better with calligraphy. Let's start with materials. I'm using a soft tip Faber-Castell brush pen, a couple of SIPA calligraphic pens in sizes SB56 and SB57, and a Unipin fine liner that we will use as a fake calligraphy. So if you don't have any fancy calligraphy pens or brush pens, you can also use a regular pen that you have to create letters that look like calligraphy. So let's get started. First, give me a second to find the right angle for you to see everything we are going to work on. I'm going to start with the SB56 calligraphic pen. To start, I will show you the basics and then how to create letters from basic strokes. We will begin with the upstroke, which should be a light line going up with just a small amount of pressure. So, take your brush pen or your calligraphic pen and go slightly up. When you go down, apply a lot of pressure for the downstroke. And here you can see the difference. This one is thin and this one has volume. So whenever you go down, add a lot of pressure. Combining these, you can create different strokes. We will start with an overturn stroke, where you go lightly up and apply a lot of pressure going down. So, a lot of pressure going down and a small amount of pressure going up. Here you can see that you can create wide letters or you can create thin letters. It's up to you. But just remember, when going up you are going with light pressure and when going down you are going with hard pressure on your pen. And that's it for the overturn. Then we will do an underturn stroke, starting with hard pressure going down and lightly going up. You can release the pressure slowly so you have that fine transition between those two. So when going down, you add a lot of pressure, and when going up, you add a small amount of pressure. You can also exercise this. Create wavy lines with alternating pressure. This exercise can help you improve your control and find out which pen suits you the most. Now let's work on ascending and descending loops. The ascending loop is the one where you are going down really hard and then going up with a slight pressure. So going down with hard pressure and going up with a small amount of pressure. Here, try to focus on making the transition between the thick and the thin lines really soft. So going down with the hard pressure, releasing the pressure, and then going up with almost no pressure at all. If you just switch immediately between a thick and thin line, you won't have that nice soft transition between. Now, we will turn this upside down to make the descending loop. So we are starting light and then adding a lot of pressure going down. So light pressure up, hard pressure down. This is called the descending loop. And again, you can do the different volumes or different line thickness for these. You can make them thinner or thicker and find what suits you best. The last basic shape we need to discuss is the oval. With the oval, start with light pressure and then add more and then return to the light pressure. I will explain further using arrows. So looking at this, we start with light pressure going up, then add more pressure, and then slowly release pressure going up. So a lot of pressure going down and light pressure going up. And now we have all the basic shapes that we need to create our letters. Here you can see my cat. She's really needy and she needs to be here. So I hope you don't mind. But now we will take this overturned and ascending loop and create the letter H. We will start with ascending loop, slightly going up and then strongly going down. Then we will use the overturn, slowly going up and then pressing down with high pressure. If you want wide letters, you will make longer loops. If you want thin letters, you will make shorter moves. Now let's work on the letter U. This is basically just an underturn with some added hooks. If you make wider strokes, you will have a wide letter. If you want a thin letter, you will shorten these loops. You can also create the letter F. Here we have an ascending loop combined with descending loop and a small hook. Go slightly up, then add a lot of pressure going down and again slowly go up. You can also decorate your letters. If you look at my first one, I added a different look. And this F is now more decorated than the one on the right. Let's work on the letter A. We will start with an oval shape and then add a downstroke with a lot of pressure. Start with low pressure, add a lot of pressure, slowly release the pressure, create that oval, and then add the downstroke with a lot of pressure. You can do an A like this, or you can make it to look like an old printer's A. Choose the one that suits you best. Now I would like to show you how to create fake calligraphy just using U-liner. I will use this Unipin point liner and write the word hello in my handwriting. For every single downstroke, you will add more volume. Go over it, just like you are writing the word again. But add more volume to every single downstroke. So when you are going down, you are adding more volume to that letter. Now, here is my second cat, my tomcat Leon. He also needs to cuddle right now. I will fill in those letters. I am not as precise as I would like to be because I have a needy cat here, but with a little cuddle we can go back to our calligraphy. When you look here, you have created calligraphy letters with your Unipin point liner, just like that. I also want to show you how you can improve your calligraphy. I will show you this with my Faber-Castell pen brush. As a guide, draw 3 equidistant lines, that's 3 lines with equal distance between them. If you use these 3 lines as guides, the ascending loop should always start in the first third of your lines, and the main part of the letter should be in the middle one. Here you can create different decorations for your letters. For example, if you go just slightly down to the third part of those lines, you will create this little hook for H. Mia is really active now, so she needs to smell everything, but don't mind her. Here you can see that I wrote down the letter F. The ascending loop is in the first third and the descending loop is in the second third. If I am writing those main letters, those that are focused in the middle, I will have something like this, so an A like this. This is something that you can use to practice. I will also upload some of these materials to my Pinterest and to my YouTube community. You can find them there, but that will be on Monday. If that's already up, I will link it here. If not, just wait until Monday. And you will find some PDFs to practice on. Here you can see 4 different types of letter A. One of them is super thin, the other one is super wide. Again, you just change the length of your lines. I want to show you how you can decorate your letters. For example, if I start with G letter and then go a little bit to the left, you will create this beautiful hook. It's up to you. You can do it as you like. But I really like this third G the most of all of those. You can also add a small loop at the bottom of the G, for example. I would like to show you how you can also use these lines for your fake calligraphy. Again, the ascending loop should start in the first third of those lines, and the main part of the letter should be in the middle one. Now, when I am going down, I will just add one more volume to my letter and then just fill it in. I will do the same with F. The ascending loop is in the first third and the descending loop is in the last third. And the main part of the letter is in the middle of those thirds. You can also use these lines to create perfect letters. Now I would like to show you how to write bullet journaling with Eva with 4 different types of brushes. The first one is Sipa calligraphic pen SP57. This one is really soft. I will start with my capital B and then go down hard, up lightly. I will create my U, then connect it straight to my B letter. Then the same with the L. I will start with ascending loop that is going slightly up, and then the downstroke with a lot of pressure. The word bullet is done. Then I will take my second calligraphic pen, SB56, and show you the difference between these two pens. The first one was a really soft brush, and the second one is SIPA calligraphic pen SB56, which is stronger, so you need to add more pressure to create a wider line. Starting with the sending loop, then connecting it to O, then creating U with a downstroke, and then a slightly upstroke, then R, and finish it with these combinations. You are literally just drawing these letters, so you can't make mistakes here in terms of how the letters look. Of course, you can still make spelling mistakes, and that's just what I'm going to do in a second. At the end, you will just add those hooks to put those letters together, and if you are missing some dots. Now I will take my Faber-Castell brush pen and write the word with, where I will make a mistake. So downstroke, upstrokes for W, then a slight upstroke and a hard downstroke. And here is my mistake. I was just looking at it and trying to find out what's wrong. Then I realized that I switched the H and T. But I'm not going to change it. You are allowed to make mistakes in your bullet journal, and you can see even I did it. So whatever. Now I will just write my name, so Eve, with Unipin point liner, and we will do the fake calligraphy. You can see that with that mistake, I also made another mistake here. I doubled the line for the upstroke, but then I realized that and added some volume to the downstroke. This is how you can work with calligraphy. Let's go over everything again. Upstrokes are light pressure, downstrokes are high pressure. You have this overturn with light pressure, then hard pressure. The opposite of that is the underturn. Then you can combine them together and create this wave. Then you can also create ascending loops and descending loops. Just be careful about the change of pressure so you have that light transition between those two. The last one is the oval one, where you go slightly up, then add a lot of pressure going down, and then release the pressure again going up. And this is how you can put them together into words. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will also upload some worksheets for you, so you can use them with those 3 lines, as you can see here. The main part of the words should be in the middle one. I hope you find this video helpful. I hope it also shows you that you are allowed to make mistakes in your bullet journal. We will see each other in the next week's video, where we will also work on calligraphy, but we will work with these Faber-Castell calligraphic pens that have this shape of the pen that is really for calligraphy. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, just give me a like or leave me a comment, and check my Pinterest and my YouTube community so you can find some more inspiration. See you next week. Bye!